And we're back.
Okay, we're here
For part two.
Part two.
It was kind of a heavy one. I liked that last episode. It was good.
It was good.
You did a good job.
I think so. I'm doing my research. I'm getting more admin about it.
That was slick.
Yeah. So now it's time to talk about.
We're gonna talk about
Yeezy.
About Yeezy. Kanye West. Jesus himself.
Jesus Christ.
They wrote a book of Jesus.
Did you get it? I don't know if you know who Lex Friedman is, but I was just trying to bring his stuff up right now. Lex Friedman, most of the guys I listen to all run in the same circle because they all act the same way. It's like Jocko Willink, Joe Rogan, Lex Friedman. They all have their own backgrounds. Lex Friedman he's a Russian podcaster that he's very, very smart, very like technical with a lot of stuff, and he's got a jiu-jitsu black belt, all this stuff like that. He had Kanye on, which is it's like Jordan Peterson interviewing Kanye.
Right.
They
which
have
would be epic.
Lex Friedman has the same mentality as Jordan Peterson. They both talk and act the same way. Only Lex Peterson I'm sorry. Lex Friedman.
They did a fusion.
Lex Friedman is Russian.
Yeah.
So when they're talking, Kanye's talking about something, and Lex is smart. So when Kanye says some random ass shit from fucking left field, Lex is like, what are you talking about?
Right,
like,
right. He brings them back on topic.
He brings them back on topics in order to get this. And I was like, I couldn't listen to it without getting anxiety because I'm like, this is just so cringeworthy. Dean knows more about it than I do, so I'm going to let him take off.
Well, so I have a different view of the world. I try to view the world from more spiritual eyes because things that are happening just don't make sense as far as humans go. But it seems like everything is backwards and been flipped on its head. Men are not men anymore, and woman, whatever you can even, if you can find a definition for what a woman is nowadays with all the shenanigans going on, women aren't women anymore. And so when we...
Oh, yeah, sorry. So I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yes.
It's Kanye... I don't even know enough to know about this. Kanye West?
No, he changed his name.
Did he?
You know, like Sean, P. Diddy Combs, and then he was Puff Daddy, and he was Sean John or whatever that shit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, now he's just Ye.
It's 2.5 hours. It's episode 332 of the Lex Friedman podcast. I recommend listening to it because it is interesting because you're starting to see... I've never had any issues with Kanye. I did find his lyrics when he first started, like, it was very cool, just the way that he would break things down.
Yes.
He was intelligent. He knew what he was doing. He's a multimillionaire, and it's not by accident.
Yes.
It's, what caused him to go down spiral.
Nothing.
Like sure
we made Kanye.
You sure it wasn't the Kardashians?
We made Kanye what the fuck he is today. When Kanye first hit the scene, and I mean, you guys, look, I don't have to go into this whole backstory. There's countless documentaries. There's a good documentary on Netflix about Kanye and his rise to fame.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get a chance to see that.
Yeah, it was a great documentary. But Kanye kind of came out of nowhere. We were just kind of listening to music one day, and then Through the Wire came on.
Through the Wire, that was one
and
of
it
the
was
first
like,
ones,
who is this guy? And then we found out his jaw had been wired shut, and then we're like, oh, like 50 Cent? So Kanye just kind of popped off. But from jump, Kanye has always been fucking weird. People don't want to say that about him because they don't want to disrespect him or they don't want to badmouth him. Kanye has always been a little weird. And I know Kanye from his lyrics through his music. I love Kanye's music. I can't speak to none of his shit now, especially that Donda holy spiritual
I haven't
shit.
Listened to him.
Look, y'all, I love God as much as the next person. When you show me someone like Kanye, you show me their past, and then all of a sudden he just does a 180 and it's like, I love God, just like DJ Khaled and Eminem and all these fuckers.
He's talking about fucking the Holocaust, just Nazis, all kinds of different things.
I'm gonna cover that.
I was like, that's just that.
Well, that's kind of how he shot himself in the dick.
Yeah,
but. Kanye has always said weird shit off top, and we all have. We've known this for forever, but we sucked it up. We deal with it because the man made good music. He looked good. He eventually tag team with Jay-Z and Beyonce and them. The little royal family they were. My issue is I knew, and I think a lot of us out there already knew, Kanye has been fucked off from jump. I'm not one to be a conspiracy theorist or be like Illuminati. But when you look at the profile and the characteristics of the shit he's done versus other people, you start to see a slight pattern. So I'm going to throw out some names and you just, do your own research as to what happened to these people and their downfall. Britney Spears, Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Amanda Bynes.
That's true.
Lindsay Lohan. Miley Cyrus. Okay. All of these people were brilliant stars in their own time, but then shortly after that thing that they did that helped them take off, something switched, something went wrong.
Right.
Something changed to where these people went from a beloved icon idol to who the fuck are you? Oh, I remember that person. They did XYZ. Kanye is the same. When Kanye first took off, he was all in the limelight, saying weird shit, but everybody let it slide because he wasn't saying anything too far out there. He hung out with Jay-Z and them, got bigger. Jay-Z making tracks with Kanye. Kanye's going on stage with Jay-Z. Kanye's got a clothing line. He's got all this shit going on. He's still being weird. We see him through the paparazzi interactions.
I saw the paparazzi thing. I saw a little clip too where someone showed up. It's funny because the way that they showed it, and it was just a quick YouTube short of the paparazzi at Kanye's garage door. They open the door and they go, "Good morning, Kanye. Fuck you guys."
Yeah.
He goes, "What are you doing here? Don't fucking tell me good morning at 4:30 in the morning. What are you doing here?"
He's always been weird.
Dude, it had me fucking.
But we took it because he made good music, so we accepted it.
I knew it was gonna go it down spiraled is when he held a concert not too long ago. Snoop Dogg was there, and Snoop Dogg made jokes about it because Kanye came out and then stopped the concert like a quarter of the way through and just said, "I don't want to do it anymore." And left. And even Snoop Dogg said he's the only person you know that would stop a concert halfway,
bro,
and then be like, "All right, I'm done."
He, in the middle of his concert, called out Jay-Z. He's like, "Why don't you call me anymore? Why don't we talk? We used to be homies." Kanye, you know what you did, and some of us out there can see. So, like I said, with this whole recent pop-off about Kanye, because as far as I'm concerned, Kanye is just what was the guy's name that got canceled? Andrew Tate.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned,
that didn't even work.
He's an Andrew Tate.
He's already back up and running.
He took off before Andrew Tate did and got famous in a different way, so he got to last longer. This recent shit he did where he was talking about the Jewish genocide and, I mean, I'll just say the Holocaust. Hopefully we don't get flagged for that. But he like looked at, and I think that was what your guy you were talking about. He looked at the guy. He goes, he's like, "I can say anything I want, and Adidas cannot drop me."
And then they fucking
say any. It's like Kanye.
I think that was before because he's gone on this podcast tour where he's been interviewing with so many people.
That's fair.
Because he did it with a female interviewer, and I'm looking at the outfit that he was wearing. I don't know if he did all these interviews in the same day because it's the same hoodie that's got stains all over it. He has the same hat on,
probably,
and he's got this.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, look at him now. He looks like Kunta Kinte.
He's all bummed out.
The man looks whacked.
He's got like a
he's always looked weird though,
but not like that.
No, but it has. Think about it. Every time you see Kanye before he got with Kim, because Kim, she gussied him up. Mm-hmm. Kanye looked like trash because he had his own clothing line, but he would just come out wearing weird shit. And then didn't he wear a dress or something like that?
Oh, I don't know.
One time, yeah, it was like him and Will Smith's boy.
Jaden Smith.
Yeah, they were doing this whole thing where men in dresses and all that weird shit.
Oh yeah, shit. I didn't even
Kanye had like this weird shirt that was so long it looked like a nightgown or something. It was fucking ridiculous. But what I mean when I say we made him is we gave Kanye the platform to do the stupid, crazy, dumb shit he does. If we, like Andrew Tate, if you tune him out, if you turn him off, if you do not give him your attention, time, or money, he will fade into obscurity. He can't have a platform if we don't give it to him.
I agree.
So just like with Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Andrew Tate, and all these other people, we gave them the platform to do what they do. And so we should not judge them when they fall, quote unquote, fall from grace, because they were never good people to begin with. They just weren't. Kanye's never been a good person, to my knowledge. All the information I've looked up on him, the research I've done, the documentaries I watched, I won't say he's never done good things, but just looking at his demeanor, how he carries himself, let's just look over the past 5 years. Kanye has not been a good person. The whole Kim Kardashian thing, which I got my feelings on in and of itself, because the Kardashians, I'm sorry to say, they just feel like a bunch of witches.
Yeah,
every man they go through just gets fucked off.
Right, there's been multiple guys that they've been with where they've kind of just completely changed their persona. Like they're not the same person.
Kanye held it together for the most part, but then after Kim, for some reason, and in my mind, this is all a big setup. This is all a scheme for Kanye to stay relevant, because we don't talk about Beyonce so much anymore. You don't really hear too much about her in the news. Mm-hmm. I'm sure she's out there. I'm sure she's still relevant. You don't hear too much about Jay-Z. We don't really talk about him. What are we talking about? Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Mm-hmm. Or we're talking about their kids. Or we're talking about something Kanye did.
Right.
It's not, this group of people and he's just a part of the group in this bubble. It's just Kanye all by himself. People worshipped him. They rewrote the Bible as the book of Jesus, And everything that
the
God,
book of Jesus.
yes,
That's
everything,
funny.
like
Yeah.
all the words where it said God or Jesus, they would just put Kanye or Jesus. It's insane. The man has a cult following because he's broken. Something's off.
There's something wrong, and it, like you said, it just comes with the development over time of just being constantly in front of everybody, of us giving this person that platform,
Yes,
to act the way they want to act. And now that we're starting, now the deplatforming has become so
is it really a
consistent.
thing?
It is enough, because think about it. If you put someone up in that pedestal for a long time and start to take their shit away, do they not act out from it?
You can if you hurt their wallet.
You give a kid a bunch of fucking toys and spoil them as children, and then when they get older, like, hey, get up and get a job and do your own shit.
You're right.
Do kids not throw tantrums? This is a grown adult throwing a tantrum and trying to get attention because now they're not being treated like how they used to be.
Is he?
That's a flex to say that.
Would you say a tantrum though? Because he's not. From what we've
it's an
seen
adult
Kanye
version,
do,
it's not his adult version of a tantrum. Like, he's not kicking and screaming,
I
but
would
he's
think
like,
it's similar to a midlife crisis.
it's a midlife crisis. He's rebelling at the fact to think that Adidas wouldn't drop him, and then look what they did.
Well, I would say he's arrogant.
Yeah, the arrogance comes
He's
in, but that
arrogant.
comes with being
maybe
spoiled.
narcissistic.
That comes with being
He wasn't spoiled though. Kanye started from the bottom.
spoiled. I'm talking spoiled is in his career.
Now that he's a celebrity, and I'll give you that.
Celebrity, yeah. When he became a celebrity, some people go into the celebrity mindset, like you said.
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears, Miley
Fuck.
Cyrus.
Demi Lovato.
They were normal.
Yes.
Until
to
they
a
became
point.
celebrities.
And that's what I mean. I don't think they were ever normal. That's just how they were presented to us.
Well, think about it. So let's say Demi Lovato, right?
Yeah.
She was a kid.
Yeah, she was a
and
kid.
then she became
a singer, actress.
When she got to
Now
that point, there's no way to know what her normality was, because she was
talks to aliens.
That's what I'm saying. Now, so you weren't able to see her normality in the meeting because she was very young.
That's what I mean. They gussied them up and presented them as normal.
Right.
That's what I mean. A lot of these people. And the way I think of it is, was Kanye broken before he became famous, or did he break after he became famous?
I mean, his jaw was broken and it got wired shut, so I don't.
Wow. Okay,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
talking about physically broken, but I mean, hey, you can say that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're giving these people who have obvious mental issues, we're giving them fame, power, money, authority, and they're not mentally stable enough to be these role model like figures that we want them to be.
So what is your suggestion in order to fix this?
There is no suggestion to fix this. We have to stop idolizing normal fucking people that have a talent. You know what I mean? How many people play good basketball but don't make it to the NBA? How many people play good football and don't make it to the NFL? They're just normal fucking people. I'm not saying they don't deserve to have a leg up in life because they have that special skill set or whatever.
I feel like if your skill set comes into actually, if entertainment's your thing, or, well, like you said, sports and stuff like that, and if you're a good cook, if you're a good teacher or an artist, if you're using your talent to make people happy, that's great.
Right.
It's the thing
but should you get paid more than the average Joe?
So that's the one thing, is that if you feel like you're entitled to get more things because you're doing this,
right,
it becomes a fruitless cause. I'm a great teacher when it comes to teaching defensive tactics. I don't feel like I should be idolized any more than the next person next to me.
You're not going to be the
I'm
CEO
using
of
what
your
I'm
company.
using in order to make people better.
Right.
It's the same thing with his music. He started off trying to do things in order to...
He was just a rapper.
To get a point across. But people tend to have...
Isn't that every fucking rapper?
No, everybody's different.
Well, no, I mean... Well, yes, let me specify. The rappers you listen to. Isn't that all their messages?
More or less,
Logic,
yeah.
Kendrick.
Yeah, they all tell a story, and some do.
They had a rough life growing up,
and now they're successful.
And then they came up from it. But you don't see fucking Logic and Kendrick and fucking J. Cole out here talking about, the Holocaust this and Jews that and white lives matter.
Right.
Because there's something fucked up in his head. When he wore that white lives matter shirt, I thought it was so funny. I was like, y'all took the bait. He wanted to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Why else would a black man wear a white lives matter shirt unless he wasn't trying to get people talking about him?
Agreed.
It's like the good old saying goes, there's no such thing as there's no such thing as bad publicity?
Bad publicity, yeah.
Because any attention, even if it's negative attention, is still attention.
Which is good. And that's, I mean, not good, but that's how it needs to be. We can spread a bunch of positive influence on everything that we talk about, but if no one's paying attention or listening to it, then what's the point?
Sometimes if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, does it make sound?
That's true.
It does make sound, but guess what? No one's there to give a fuck. So that's the whole thing. Let Kanye be that one tree in the forest that falls when no one's paying attention, because that's the point. If you don't want toxic, poisonous people spreading toxic, poisonous messages Don't give them a fucking platform. Just like I said with Andrew Tate, don't give them a platform to spread their poison. It just makes sense. If you are a female and you want to be treated with respect and love and loyalty, don't show up in a fucking onesie with fucking fur shoes on and curlers in your hair, twerking and dropping it like it's hot. I'm not going to respect you.
Dropping it like it's hot.
I'm not. That's not my first inclination. Is not going to be, I need to show this woman the utmost respect.
You're showing your age.
I don't give a fuck. But it's the same thing, though. If Kanye rolls up and he says X, Y, Z, and we don't agree with that, shut his shit down. We're not doing that because, oh, he's black. He's a successful billionaire. He's a this, and that. He's a this, and that. Well, guess what? He's about to be broke because Adidas and Gap just dropped his shit.
It doesn't even matter. It's the equivalent of like how Will Smith did the whole slap with Chris Rock.
Almost.
Whatever publicity or whatever sponsorship he lost, it'll never put him in the broke category. This dude's made more than enough money to survive for the rest of his life.
To an extent, yes, if he's put it away. Because we've seen how Kanye and Kim live.
It even still. So let's look up.
Because Kanye was a billionaire, but when he lost his deal with Adidas because they were the sole proprietary owners of his shoe line.
So even it doesn't even matter. Even still, you're not gonna burn through $1 billion. But it makes a point because, like you said, and this is another thing that got put off into an article, is that Kanye West is no longer a billionaire. According to Forbes, the publication reported October 25th that the rapper lost his spot on list of billionaires after being dropped by Adidas for his string of anti-Semitic theories.
Because he was valued at like a few million, few hundred million.
It goes up there, right? So not having a heavy hitter behind you takes away your ability to gain a profit.
It hurts
and make more money, but it doesn't take away the money that you already earned.
It doesn't, but at the same time, it takes away your ability to earn more money.
If he somehow, and this is my part just to kind of wrap that up, if he somehow burns through all of that money in his lifetime because he lost a sponsor and went fucking crazy, that just goes to show that certain people should not get money or power. Like, you have people that are struggling for, like, dude, $1 million would change anybody's life. Yes. And you have, how much is, what was it in a billion? Is it 100 million?
What, in a billion?
Yeah.
999 million or something like that.
You have 999 million and you burn through that in that time frame. If I were
think about it, bro. Think about it. Okay, so with our lifestyles, with where you live right now, you can afford to pay rent, but it's going to hurt. Right? If you got $1 million and you were consistently getting a mill, wouldn't you buy a better house? Wouldn't you go get yourself a house?
You do. You start to that's the whole royalty aspect.
Lifestyle.
Like, if a guy and a girl are married and the guy like Shaq, for instance, or whatever, is making millions of dollars and him and his wife separate, you have to pay her, what is it, alimony or whatever the amount is,
to an extent,
because it's to accommodate her lifestyle of how she'd been that entire life.
Right.
Is that fair? No.
You
shouldn't have to adjust that. But is he in the right mind to not be able to adapt to losing profit?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't give a shit. Because my issue is, yet again, we shouldn't be idolizing these normal ass fucking people. He's just a rapper.
Not anymore.
That's it.
Not even that. It's like saying P. Diddy is just a rapper. He's not.
Yeah.
P. Diddy's up in the billions. He is a entrepreneur.
Well, what I mean is, with what Kanye contributes to us as the overall public, he's just a rapper. Has he ever done anything other than rapping for that you have seen him a part of?
Yeezys. His shoes.
Do you own any?
Yeah.
You own a pair of Yeezys?
No.
Right.
No, I lied. I'm sorry.
My girl, one of her cousins gave her a pair of Yeezys. Yeah. They're ugly as fuck.
But
they're ugly as fuck.
To you.
They're ugly as fuck.
To you.
They're ugly as fuck.
To you.
Do I sound like I'm on repeat? Yes, because they're ugly as fuck.
To you.
Okay? And that's fair. It is personal opinion.
It's
I'll give you that.
It's a personal opinion. I'm saying is when it comes to a mass effect for people to like things, it becomes a cultural thing. Yeezys are like Jordans.
Yeah, they're the new thing.
Are Jordans any fucking better? No, they're
just shoes.
They're fucking shoes.
They're shoes.
They look basic, but that little emblem of him going to dunk on there, it changes everything.
Right.
So and I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm saying don't take away from someone just being one thing. It's like saying I'm just a podcaster. No, I'm also defensive.
No, but what I mean is like if me and you took off tomorrow, so say we got a few million subscribers tomorrow, we became big on YouTube, like Jack and Mark level.
I wish.
That would be the only thing that made us quote unquote famous was our podcast. Not the fact that you do security, not the fact that I work in logistics, but it's going to be what people are going to know us for is just our podcast is what I'm saying. So it'll be just that one thing. Understood, now we can branch off from there.
So when you put it out like that does make sense to me. The fact is that he started off
being a rapper,
being an artist and everything like that, and then that artist level got him the ability to sell Yeezys.
Right. Now you can do all this stuff.
Yes, okay, I get that. So that makes sense.
So that's all I mean. Like, because any of us can make a major brand. Any of us can make a clothing brand. Now, will it sell? Will it be good? Who knows? But any of us can do it. So that's all I'm saying. Like, Kanye is quote unquote falling from grace, but he's really not, because for me, I never put him on a pedestal. He's just a normal guy.
It was just a guy. You don't really, and it's funny, unless you're really devoted into buying what it is that he's selling, you don't really notice his rise to success. I didn't even know for the longest time that Rihanna had been a billionaire.
Yeah.
And it wasn't based off of her fucking music, but you saw what happened.
Yeah.
She started off as an artist and then promoted other things. I think she owns is it a makeup brand?
It's probably, yeah.
And it's
I
like,
imagine.
so yeah, when I found out, I think maybe a year ago, it said that she got her first billion. I'm like, billion?
Yep.
From what? And I was thinking it was just music.
Yeah.
And then when you look into it, you're like, oh.
And that's what I mean. You know what I mean?
It shows how out of loop you are unless you really pay attention to
unless you follow that person. But like I said, I'm not that interested in their life.
No.
Nor are they contributing anything to my life where I'm like, oh yeah, they should be making $1 quadrillion a year.
It's a lot of
personal
money,
preference.
It's a lot of money that I feel like should be distributed to people that are really going through some shit.
Exactly.
And it's like, I'm not saying that I want to take away like Elon Musk. I'm not saying what he does isn't important.
Right.
Because he's literally sending people to the fucking moon, building rockets from scratch, trying to change. People who have money like that, he's trying to change the world's carbon footprint by modernizing things in order to push us into a better technology.
But that's kind of the issue. Is Elon is trying to, he's working in the future. Yeah. Kind of like how me and you said in our last episode. We're so far ahead, we never deal with the present. And that's kind of the issue. We're always putting money towards the future.
That nobody's dealing with the present.
No one's dealing with the present.
Which is understandable. I would want, not to say that it's his responsibility to fix what's happening in the present, but let him do his future shit and get somebody else to fill in the spots for what's happening right now. Because we can't do what we can't do what a billionaire does because I don't have the resources.
Right.
It's like having Tony Stark go fight Thanos before he fought. What was the first fucking villain he fought?
Oh shit.
Was it
Obadiah Stane?
Yeah, where he was in the giant.
Yeah, Obadiah Stane. Yeah,
like he becomes Tony Stark, and then all of a sudden he's at Endgame.
Yeah,
and then whatever the Iron. What was this Iron?
Wait, are you talking about the Hulkbuster?
Hulk? No, it wasn't the Hulkbuster. It was his suit. It was his own form of an Iron Man suit.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Leaving us civilians to fight that.
Yes.
Like, I don't have the ability to fight that. This is a man in a suit that he made from Iron Man's fucking blueprints.
Yes.
Where's Iron Man? Oh, well, he's in the future fighting fucking Thanos.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Doing me no good now.
No, we need times to be taken care of now, so these billionaires are making money.
So that's all I'm saying. Like, money, our money needs to go toward other things rather than making these normal people famous.
That's
is what
a good
I
point.
mean.
I like
you know what I mean? So Kanye, to me, he's nothing.
Yeah.
Bro, make the music, put it out there. I'm either going to listen to it or I'm not.
I agree.
Point blank center. I hope somebody understands what the fuck I was trying
I got
to say.
that. You know what's funny is I came in with a different mindset, and after listening, and I feel like conversation is very, very important because you can't always come in closed-minded and be like, no, I know my way is right. I only knew a little bit about this, and some things I was on the fence about, but after hearing D talk about it more, it's like, you know what? If I hear a different opinion, it makes me rethink what I thought. Yeah. And now that I'm like, you know what? That does make sense. Yeah. I do understand where he started, where he's at, and if he was actually using his wealth to better everybody else, I would show more pity. Right. But I haven't seen him do anything for
not a damn thing.
Nothing.
Not a
it's
damn thing.
It's all been based off of what he wanted to do.
You got Kim Kardashian pregnant. Good job.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-fucking do.
Right. All right, I'm good.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. I'm D.
It's Lynn.
Project Airwaves. Keep your head in the clouds.
Keep your feet on the ground. Always moving forward.
Yet again, if you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. All of our social media links will be in the description down below. Go check out the New Beginning Drive Academy GoFundMe. Please donate. If not, share. We love you. Also, check out my book. I forgot the title again. A Lost Mind, Guided by a Tormented Soul. It's on Amazon, $9.99. Go show your
Are you out of your mind? You remember that?
No, but it makes me think of Who Loves You, Baby? The furniture store. That's who.
$9.99. Are we out of our minds?
I vaguely remember that. All right, everybody. We'll catch you in the next episode. Thank you so much, and you did so good.
Real good.